Hi guys, this story 8 years old, so difficult to remember all the exact conversation and word we used, but I've done my best. I had been working in the team for a couple of years and our team was very close. We ended up needing a new hire, so interviewed a few people and ended up finding someone from another department. As one of the more experienced team members, I was tasked with training Jenny, a slim and incredibly fit blonde woman in her 30s. She seemed very nervous and professional, and our team was used to cracking jokes and being quite informal in the right setting. We spent a couple of weeks getting to know each other, like her two kids, her husband, my wife and kids, etc. Making general small talk about how long they've been married and why she decided to leave her old company before she moved to our company. It turns out she had a relationship with a colleague and it needed to end before her family realized. Jenny seemed embarrassed that she had been so honest about that with me, so to comfort her I told her about a previous relationship I had had with a colleague while in my previous work, another story for another time. Jenny seemed to relax. It happens more often than anyone thinks, so you just need to move on from. I made a quick comment about how I wasn't surprised that someone had tried it on with her, and a glint in her eyes showed me she really appreciated the compliment. I decided to go for lunch and asked Jenny if she wanted to join me. We grabbed some sandwiches from a corner shop and headed to a local park. It was a very quiet patch of green behind some houses where the odd person went to eat their lunch, so we sat up on the hill towards the top on the grass overlooking the park. We kept chatting about general stuff but ended up talking more about our past indiscretions. We both eventually admitted the enjoyment of the thrill and excitement of potentially getting caught. We were sitting right next to each other, and from the hill you could see beyond the park a local prison. Jenny said, "Could you imagine being stuck in there looking at and seeing people have a picnic? Talk about rubbing it in." I jokingly replied, "Maybe we should give them a show to cheer them up." Jenny looked at me with a look that meant only one thing: it was on. I moved my face closer to her and she came to meet me. A slight kiss at first, but within seconds full-blown make-out session has started. Our hands were all over each other, rubbing Jenny's legs and sliding my hand up her thigh when she parted her legs enough for me to stroke her pussy through her pants. Jenny reciprocated with her hand on my hard cock, which was dying to be released, which she could tell. I felt Jenny undo my zipper and slide her hand into my pants to grab at my cock. I turned to the side away from the park to hide what we were doing as best I could, but as we were high up away from the benches and only one person facing the other way, we seemed to be okay. Jenny pulled my cock out and started jerking it like she had been deprived of cock for years. Next thing I know, Jenny had moved herself down a little and now had her lips wrapped around my cock. I am not going to pretend to be a porn star with a huge dick, but I've never had a complaint. A decent double hand length is plenty, but she had swallowed the whole thing instantly and was slurping all over it. I was in heaven. I kept an eye out for any passers-by as Jenny switched between deep-throating and jerking my cock like her life depended on it. After a few minutes, I was ready to blow. I told Jenny I was getting close and she just kicked it up a gear somehow. I unloaded thick ropes of cum right down her throat and she just did not stop pumping my cock until every drop had drained from my balls. We recovered from our quick journey into pure lust and sat there smiling at one another, knowing somehow I unloaded thick ropes of cum right down her throat and she just did not stop pumping my cock until every drop had drained from my balls. We recovered from our quick journey into pure lust and sat there smiling at one another, knowing this was the start of a very fun relationship. TBC.